Hey, my name is Chad Larsey, and this is my story. I started the Mountain Life team back in 2012. And in order to have a team and have the culture that I had envisioned, I didn't want it to be about me. So I didn't name it the Chad Larsey team. I didn't name it the Larsey group. I named it the Mountain Life team because Mountain Life means a lot to me. And the customers and the clients that we get to work with, it means a lot to them. So we have a slogan, sharing our life and our mountains with you. And that's exactly what we do on the Mountain Life team. We share as much or more of our own lives with our clients than we do with our own families. And it is just one of those things that I made that commitment to myself that it was not going to be about me. As the years have gone on, I have noticed that people don't connect me with the Mountain Life team because I've never had it be about me. I've never put my face on a billboard. It's always been about the team. So I think it's time that I finally get to tell my story and my role and behind the Mountain Life Real Estate team and what it means to me. And so that's what I'm hoping to do. So I actually grew up in downtown Blue Ridge. I rode my bike everywhere. My granddaddy had a store just down the hill from our house. And of course I rode down there all the time. He'd put me to work. I was working to help get the store ready. So we're standing here in the Blue Ridge City Park in downtown. Right behind me is the newer Courthouse. I'm not sure when the new one was built, but before that was there, it was just a parking lot. And we had our public library right next to it, which the library is inside the new courthouse. And then just to the left of it is the old historic courthouse. Right behind the courthouse is actually where I was raised, in a house that is no longer there. It's just a vacant lot now, but it was home. Right behind me is also some railroad tracks. And my buddy and I would a lot of times put pennies on the railroad track when we could hear the train coming down the tracks. And we would wait for the train to run over the pennies. So if you've never done that, it's really cool. It will just thin it out to almost paper thin. And I'll never forget one time my mother knew that I had done that and she wanted to scare me. So she said, "Hey son, did you know that the train derailed just outside of town? They said that it was a penny that had been left on the tracks. Do you know of anybody who left a penny on the tracks?" And immediately I started crying because of course I left a penny on the track, and I remember just wailing at my mother, telling her, it was me, I did it, you know. So right behind me is the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway Depot. I want to tell you a little story about the first time and the only time that I was arrested when I was 9 years old. So I just started playing baseball, and they had me doing some pitching, so I thought I would practice my pitching. I noticed that the windows were all busted out. There wasn't a solid window in the train depot. It was very dilapidated, about to fall down. And so I thought, man, if I could practice my pitching and knock out the rest of those windows, then nobody would get hurt. So that's exactly what I started doing. Next thing I know, I heard sirens, blue lights, and our chief of police at that time had slapped some handcuffs on me, put my bike in the back of the trunk, and he took me up to the sheriff's office and called my mom. And when my mom came in and saw those handcuffs on me, boy, did she let him have it. So right next door to Dr. Burns, you see there's a new complex there now, a lot of shops, restaurants that are there. And right behind it is didn't think I'd ever say this in downtown Blue Ridge, but a 2-story parking deck. But before that, it was a 3-story hotel. Not many people knew that or know that there was a 3-story hotel in downtown Blue Ridge before the new Hampton Inn came in. But my friend Shan Culpepper and I used to play Army in there until the sun went down. And you know, we never got in trouble, but could you imagine playing Army in a hotel with so many rooms, 3 stories? We would play Army in there all the time and just have a blast. So growing up in downtown, my papa would always encourage me to get my wagon and go through town picking up all the soda bottles that were left over that people would not return to get the deposit back. So many of y'all may not know what I'm talking about. Some do, I'm sure. But back in the day, you would get your Sprites, your Cokes, and things of that nature in a bottle. And they would hold a deposit, whether it be a nickel or a dime. And when you brought the bottle back, they would give you that nickel and dime deposit back. So I would go through town, picking up all the bottles, put them in my wagon, and I'd return them to this building right here behind me, which was the old nickel and dime store. They had other things in there, you know, candy and grocery and things of that nature. But they would count the bottles out. They would give me my money. And so I would get that money and go back and show my papa, and my papa would then give me double whatever I earned by going around town and picking up all those bottles. So that was life in downtown Blue Ridge back in the mid 70s, late 70s, and early 80s.